Good morning, friends, and welcome back to Sunshine and Serenity. I think today is like our first day without rain in like 4 days. I am so excited that it's supposed to be nice and it's not supposed to rain anymore, because we have had so much rain over the last like 4 days. It has been just crazy. I'm sure my plants are loving it, but I'm not loving being indoors. So I'm super excited that we are finally supposed to have a sunny day. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I am so excited that you're here. If you'll take the moment to hit the like and subscribe button, leave me a comment down below. I would love to say hi. But today we are going to be doing our second official garden tour of the spring and summer 2021 season. So I'm going to go around and kind of show you guys what is growing, what has popped up, what is getting bigger, and just kind of show you an overview of what's going on in the garden. So if you're ready, come on, let's go. Okay, so first I'm just going to give you guys an overview of the garden to show you kind of what it's doing, and then we'll go and show you a little bit more individually of what is going on. So first we're going to stop right here, and these are my violas that are still growing, and I think that they're gonna start to open up soon on some parts of them. I'm excited to have some beauty on the patio. And then I did move my one of my things of strawberries here from over there, because over there y'all will be seeing a new video very soon of the green stalk planter that I got is gonna go over there. I think I'm gonna put it together and fill it and everything today, because it's gonna be sunny finally. So keep an eye out for that video, because it is coming. Hang this little guy back up there. He blew down because of the wind. And while we're out here, let's see if we've got any little strawberries that are ready. I'm still battling slugs, you guys. That one is not any good. I'm battling slugs, which have been worse than usual because of all the rain we're getting. And then this bed, you can see I've got all these flowers coming up. Now this was a flower mix. I got something eating that right there. I've got something just eating my little stuff in the garden, and I haven't quite figured out what it is just yet, but he is not welcome. I don't want him here. And then my squash is doing great. And then I believe these are both marigolds, I believe, coming up, or nasturtiums, but I think they're marigolds. And then back there I'm still waiting on my second planting of zucchini to come up, because they still have not come up, so I replanted those the other day. And then I've got my little bush squash coming up. I don't know if this is from the first or the second planting, so if we have double come up, we'll know why, because I re-sowed those as well, because they didn't come up the first time. So this is either the first or the second time. So hopefully it's the second time, so I don't have double than what I need. And then another squash plant. And then my onions and garlic, and they're getting pretty darn close to being able to be picked. Look at what's going on in there. Look at that little garlic bulb. Doing pretty awesome there. Just got a little ways longer before I can pick that. And then my lemon thyme. Smells amazing. I love the lemon thyme. Let's pull that guy out of there. He's a weed. And then my onions are doing great. And then I re-sowed these okra here, and I haven't had any come up just yet. Same thing with here. I re-sown some okra here, and I haven't had them come up yet. This okra has come up, but as you can see, like I said, something keeps eating the leaves, and I haven't quite figured out. Look at that poor guy over there. Haven't quite figured out what's eating the leaves just yet. Hopefully they'll make it and I won't have to re-sow. That would be really disappointing because we really love okra. And then my purple potted pole beans, all of them but one came up, so looks like one didn't come up, but all the rest of them did. And then again, a mix of flowers over here. And these are my rattlesnake pole beans, and they're doing really well. And my variegated sage over there, and then I've got some flowers coming up in here that are just doing really well. Look at this corn, y'all. Every time I show y'all this corn, it is looking so good. So good. Look at that. And I still have a little space right here that didn't come up, and a couple over there that didn't come up, but I think it'll be all right. And then I have a sunflower and another beautiful sunflower. And see, something's munching the leaves on my cucumber too, so hopefully it makes it. But I have cucumber and I think squashes coming up here, winter squashes. And then I have okra that's making it. I did have a sunflower that had come up. See that little guy right there? That I re-sowed and something munched it to the ground. There's another one. So I may have to re-sow those again. Y'all, the pests this year have just been really frustrating. While we're here, let's check the rain gauge. So it shows we've gotten 4 inches over the last like 4 days. So that is crazy. Crazy. And then another sunflower and another sunflower. And then I've got some melons coming up there. And I just showed you all those, but my squash and my cucumber. And then you see these random sprouts in here. Those are all flowers. And then this is sunflowers and some more melons. And I've got some tomatoes in here. We're gonna go around this way. And I have my noodle beans down here. And I have some more beans. Look at this little guy. Look at him grow. He's doing so good. He's already reaching up to the trellis. That's pretty good. Grow, little guy, grow. And then back there I have a variety of flowers back in there. And then my bush beans, those are doing great. Look at those. Now when I get my green stalk set up and I plant it out, I'm actually going to plant it with bush beans too. So that's what I'm going to do. Look at this little nasturtium baby. They just keep growing pretty well, super quickly. I got some weeds trying to take hold up in here. And this is my Jalapeno Pepper plant. And then I have my white tomasil tomato. It's already getting blooms on it. And this is another pepper plant that rubbed off and I have no idea what it is. I want to say, what does that say? I'm having a hard time reading that. I'm not sure. We'll see whenever it starts to put on peppers. But there's my there's another pepper. And then I've got some stuff in here coming up. I'm not quite sure what that is. And I've got some stuff here. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I know what these are. These are weeds, and they just want to keep on coming. And then this is a banana pepper. It's doing really well. And I've got some marigolds in here, and this is, I believe this is oregano, and some nasturtium babies. And then what we got here, we have a jalapeno. So that's a jalapeno pepper. It's doing good. And then this is a purple bell. So this is a purple bell, and it's starting to finally do okay. I was worried about my peppers for a minute there because of all that cool weather we were getting here in Arkansas, but they seem to have bounced back pretty well. And I have a couple of tomato plants that have actually split off that I did not mean for them to split off, and they're both producing blooms, so I'm gonna let them go. I just have to get a way to tie this guy up to my trellis up here, so I think I'm probably gonna have to add a couple of hooks and some more of the string to be able to tie up the second half that's split. But they're getting flowers and doing beautiful. Again, more peppers and tomatoes, all getting blooms, doing great. There's another pepper plant. Look at my cherry tomatoes, you guys. They have blooms upon blooms upon blooms. They are just putting on blooms like crazy. Like crazy. Look at my chocolate mint. Isn't it so lovely? Lovely little chocolate mint. And then these guys are starting to finally take off. They've taken a little while, but they're finally, that guy is doing pretty good over there. That's a sunrise bumblebee right there. I've got some more tomatoes that I am rooting from suckers that I have to pot up, but those guys are doing real well. I'm gonna uncover this because the bees love this borage when it blooms, and it finally did bloom. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Look at that. Isn't that lovely? So beautiful. So more strawberries. Got some more borage right there that looks like it's fisting to open up, and I've got some more borage right there. But strawberries that I will have to look to see if we've got any strawberries there. Then on this side I just have more nasturtium, basil, nasturtiums, and tomato plants. Same thing over here. Nasturtiums, marigolds, basil, tomato plants. Again, this one split off into two, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to tie that guy up. Then my Roma's already got tomatoes on it. Look at that. He's doing good. All right. Then I have my lavender plant that's still doing all right. I'm hoping my aloe plant comes back, y'all. Aloe is supposed to be one of those things you can't kill, but apparently I was on the verge of killing it. I can keep other things alive, but for some reason I just can't. My aloe plant is struggling. But I've got all my herbs are looking lovely. These flowers are starting to open up that I put in here. Got my basils. Look at my basils are doing good. Cilantro, oregano, some more cilantro, some parsley. Then I've got, look at this Swiss chard. I could probably pick a couple of those for some salads. Look at them. They're doing beautiful. This spinach, I think it's already bolted, gone to seed. This one's doing all right. But it's gotten really super tall. Look at that guy. Isn't he beautiful? Ah. And another lavender plant. Look at my elderberry tree, y'all. Just a couple of short weeks ago, I was worried about it even making it, and now look at it. It's doing lovely. Y'all, look at this mint. it is determined. It is like bound and determined to make it out. So I'm gonna cut some of this back and hang it to dry because it's a little much, but I gotta get it going. Look at these potatoes. It's gonna be potato time. Not too long. Ooh. Ah, look at that little guy. He scared me a little bit when I went to go reach for it. But it looks like, if you see that right there, looks like we're gonna have flowers and very shortly. So that'll be exciting. And then I did have some cucamelons down here that had come up, but something has chomped it down, which is disappointing and frustrating. And then these are my herb bed. You can see I've got some calendula back there. What else do I have coming up? I've got some alyssum back there coming up. I've got some echinacea coming up. I've got some more calendula over there coming up. So all of this stuff is starting to come up. It's starting to look lovely. More strawberries. Look at the blackberries. Look at that. We're going to be having lots of blackberries before too long, and I am super excited. And blueberries. I don't know why these ones are so much bigger than the ones elsewhere. These are like massive blueberries, but the rest of them are tiny. I'm not quite sure why. But we're going to have some blueberries. And then last but not least, I have some more. I've got some fennel, my marshmallows coming up over there. I've got some butterfly milkweed coming up here, echinacea. I think this is either licorice or woolly lamb's ear that's coming up. And then I've got some chives coming up there. My dahlia that is getting munched. I hope it makes it because I really want some dahlias in my garden this year. Basil. Some more basil. Yeah, so all this is starting to come up, which is super exciting. Super exciting. So that's what's going on in the garden, you guys. Things are starting to come up. It's starting to grow. It's starting to look lovely. I'm super excited. So it's a little bit overcast, and I am actually going to throw some more seeds in the garden. Because I noticed that the middle section of my garden is a little bit lacking in things that have come up, and I just want it to be really full and beautiful. So I'm just going to throw some more things in there, mainly flowers, and that way I can get that middle section full and beautiful. I think I'm also going to, where I have been re-sowing the sunflowers that keep getting eaten in the one edge of my bed, I think I'm going to sow some amaranth in there instead, and hopefully that makes it instead. So that's what's going on in the garden this week. I'm super excited to get some, I'm going to get some my green stock planted today, hopefully, or this weekend, since it's supposed to be nice all weekend. No more rain. Yay, no more rain. So I'm super excited about that. So I'm going to get that going. And then I'm going to get some more tomato suckers, tomato plants potted up. And that's what I'm doing this weekend. So I'm super excited to spend the weekend outside because I have missed it with all this rain. But as always, thank you guys for joining me and hanging out. And you want to tell your friends bye? Say
bye.
Say bye. Say we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Bye.